When you first land on the Pledg website, the design feels modern but minimalistic. It focuses on functionality rather than flashy visuals. Right away, you're introduced to the idea that Pledg is not just a buy now, pay later solution, but a modular payment infrastructure designed to work with merchants of all sizes. From the homepage, it's clear they're targeting e-commerce businesses rather than individual consumers, although the end users, shoppers, are still very much affected by the service. Navigating the site is relatively straightforward. The top menu features categories like Solutions, Merchants, Consumers, and Partners. Under Solutions, you get a breakdown of what Pledg offers: split payments over several months, deferred payments, and one-click checkout features. These solutions are mostly white-labeled, meaning if you're a shopper, you may not always know you're using Pledg, as the branding is often hidden behind the merchant's interface. The Merchant section dives deeper into how Pledg integrates with e-commerce platforms. There's API documentation and technical details for developers, but it's not very beginner-friendly. The tone is geared more towards businesses than end users. That being said, the overall explanation of how the integration works is well structured, if a bit dense. Consumers is the tab that finally offers information for everyday users. However, the content here is limited. Pledg doesn't provide a lot of clarity on what happens if you miss a payment, or how flexible they are with repayment plans. This lack of transparency might concern some users. You can find basic FAQ-style content here, but it doesn't address more nuanced situations, like handling disputes or customer service response times. Pledg claims to offer instant approvals and no registration process at checkout, but the actual experience depends on the merchant. In my case, using it through a participating store, the approval was indeed quick. However, there was no real-time indication of credit limits or eligibility requirements until after entering personal details, which might feel intrusive to some. The mobile experience is responsive, but again, limited. There's no dedicated app for end users, and all interactions take place through merchant websites or email links. That might make it convenient, but it also limits control. You can't log in to a dashboard to see all your purchases or payment schedules. Many useful links you can find in the description. In terms of pricing, Pledg markets itself as a low-fee or no-interest service for the end user, but this is highly dependent on the merchant's agreement. Some stores pass on a small fee to the consumer, while others absorb the cost. There's very little on the site that clearly outlines who pays what under different models. For a platform that handles financial transactions, this lack of consistency is a drawback. Another issue is customer support. There's a contact form and you can email them directly, but there's no live chat or phone number readily available. For a service that deals with sensitive financial data and obligations, this limited support might be a problem for users facing urgent issues. On the plus side, Pledg is partnered with many reputable European merchants, and it complies with PSD2 and GDPR, so your data is handled according to EU regulations. That gives some confidence in terms of privacy and security. Still, the overall trust factor would benefit from clearer documentation, more direct communication channels, and a more transparent fee structure. If you're a merchant, Pledg offers significant back-end customization and API integration. This is a real strength for businesses looking for a flexible BNPL provider that can be molded to fit their brand. But again, for shoppers, this invisible integration means less awareness of who is handling their payments, something that could become an issue in case of a problem. To sum up, Pledg offers a solid BNPL infrastructure with notable flexibility for merchants and simplicity for consumers, but it falls short on transparency, user control, and support options. It's effective, but you'll need to trust the merchant and hope everything works smoothly behind the scenes. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more honest tech and finance breakdowns.